Previously on SarCraftic. The name of the game is Revenge. Gigglebot, the crazy rocket salesman, heard murmurs of a competing rocket shop being opened by JooseOnTheLoose and UbuntuMiner, so he took matters into his own hands. He spent the better part of the day crafting enough rockets to sell them by the shulker box at his shop, something he never thought possible until he tried it. Then, while he was AFK, Gigglebot had been moved away from his farm for no apparent reason at all. The culprit, as he was told, was corrupted Hobo, so Gigglebot went to his base and made sure that he'd think twice before moving a player away from their farms ever again. Grab your pickaxes and popcorn, friends, as we embark on another exciting episode of SarCraftic. Hey everybody, Gigglebot here, and welcome back to another episode of SarCraftic. This is episode number 9, and check it out, guys, I have a brand new camper here in Camp Gigglebot. This is emmaxsharon. She's very brand new on the server. She just joined a couple of days ago and already has her first episode out. Hang on, let's sort of say hi. Hi, YouTube! So yeah, Emma is very brand new. She's a great player, a great YouTuber, and as always, her YouTube link will be down in the description if you want to check out her stuff. But I have had a bit of an epiphany. So I've got some really fantastic things going on here on the server. I have an awesome mob farm, a pretty incredible slime farm, and this truly magnificent gold farm. But the closest thing that I have to a smelter is this. And honestly, I feel like that's really holding me back a little bit because, you know, smelting is important for glass and like smooth stone and you know, terracotta, things that are necessary. And clay, especially clay. And in fact, I have a very important use for clay later on in this episode. So I am going to be spending the first half of today working on a better super smelter. I found a design by Iscal85. He built it in Hermitcraft Season 6, and it looks great. The only problem is it utilizes the bamboo zero-tick farms, which are getting patched in 1.16, which is coming very soon. So I'm gonna have to come up with a different source of fuel for that. But I think I can do it. We do have that blaze farm, the community blaze farm, so all is well on that front. But yeah, I think everything that I need to build it right here. So I'm going to put it right here against this wall. I'm going to dig out this wall and kind of let it do its thing. So I'm going to do that, and I'll be right back. All right, welcome back, my friends. The super smelter is complete. Let me show you how it works. So we have this input chest here that sends these 2 hopper mine carts all the way across these furnaces with hoppers on top to input everything that we possibly can in there. We have 64 furnaces ready to go and smelt everything up. And the way that these repeaters and everything are timed, it should get exactly 1 stack per hopper minecart in here, so that we'll be smelting 2 stacks of items at a time. Now, once everything is finished, it gets dispensed down here in this water stream. Hello, zombie. And it gets sent all the way down here and up and underneath these 2 trap doors here. For fuel input, you put it in this chest right here. We've got a couple of smart circuits down here that dispense items whenever there's anything inside of these dispensers. And it sends the fuel all the way along this water stream up here and aligned with these sea pickles and down and across and into the furnaces themselves. So it's a very efficient system. Like I said, the base of it was created by Iscal85, and I'll leave a link to that down in the description. However, I had to modify it a little bit because he had his running completely self-fueled with a zero-tick bamboo farm. And bamboo farms, or zero-tick farms in general, are going to be patched in 1.16, which is coming very soon. So I went and modified this as best I could. I'll probably do a kelp farm or something like that in the future to better fuel this, but for now, I'm using blaze rods. Ta-da. So, here I am with a literal full single chest's worth of clay in my inventory. So I'm going to put it, oh, not in the minecart with Hopper, in the chest. There we go. Let that fill up, and it'll run its course along here. Here we go. Look at those babies go. And very, very soon we should see bricks start to shoot up out of the water here. Oh, I'm so excited. This is actually my first test of this thing. Oh, here we go. Look at that. Look at how quick that is. All right, I'm just going to kind of stand here. Just kind of let the bricks come flowing in. I've already got a full stack already. Man, this is fast. Oh, man. Suffice it to say, I am quite happy with this design. Yeah. Look at this. 3 stacks of bricks already. I've never had a super smelter go so efficiently as this is going right now. I think I'm going to stand right here for now, see if it can come through. Yeah, it can come right through the trap door. So we can just stand here, let it do its thing, and we are good to go. Oh, this is awesome. Okay, now like I mentioned earlier, I do need those bricks for a reason, and that reason is right here. We're having a giant build competition out here at Spawn, and Hobo and I have been put in charge of the residential district, which I've kind of started over there a little bit, and I'll show you that in a little bit. But my plan for a lot of the houses and stuff require lots and lots of bricks. So I'm going to show you guys the area that we have been put in charge of and kind of show you my plan for how we're going to construct it. So here I am inside of Photoshop, and I just kind of wanted to show you a little bit of my planning process as I'm doing this. Now, I've never done this before, so hopefully it won't be too weird. But I think the first thing I want to do is just kind of lay out some paths. So over here is Juice's logging camp, and I want it to be accessible from this city area that we have going on here, the residential area. So I'm gonna maybe do a pathway to it from this welcome center that Dawjinc has made. So pathway here and here, and maybe it can like wind a little bit too. So maybe something like that is a little bit of a pathway, and then from there we can kind of like converge and go out this way to like the city center and things like that. Have the paths meet up here like that. And then I'll have another pathway going all the way out to the coast here, and then another pathway out this way as well to this coast, so that we can have all of the houses and things that we want to build accounted for and things like that. Now, like I said before, we have a docks area and we have a city center and things like that, and Hobo and I are in charge of the residential area. Now, I feel like residential isn't just houses because, you know, like I said, Emma is building this library right here. And I think we can have other things too, like maybe a marketplace right here where these paths converge. And like, I don't know, like maybe a hotel, which would definitely be very residential. And then out here, maybe we can have like, I know there's docks this way, but maybe we can have like some kind of like little fishing, I don't know, like a fishing community or a little fishing village. Like, you know how New York City has boroughs. Maybe we can have like different boroughs here in our little residential area as well. So like maybe, let me get a new color here. Maybe we'll have blue kind of section off the boroughs and things like that. So if we have like maybe from here be like fishing, and then maybe north of the pathway here, so all of this be like more the rural area, because you know we have the logging area right here, so this will be like rural. And then down this way, you know, toward the city center and the docks and everything like that, this stuff here will be like a more upscale. So we'll do upscale stuff right here. And then, I don't know, we might have another divide, maybe right here where the path is, or maybe a little farther over here, something like that. I'm not too sure. We'll see about that. I'm planning this all on my own. I haven't talked to Hobo about it at all. So we'll see. But But yeah, this is the basic layout of kind of what I want the feel to be. That's a very important thing in building. It's something that I've been really learning as I've been watching videos from people like BOO and Corrales and JeraCraft, is you don't just want to build things, but you want to have an overall feel to it all, which is more than just the buildings. It's the way that everything is put together. It's the landscape around your buildings and things like that. So I think that it's going to be very important that we have a plan for layout as well. So I'm going to make a new layer here, and I'll actually I'll hide the path. No, I'll keep it all. Make a new layer. Let's get a nice purple for our actual building layouts here. So I'm going to do a little bit of sketching, just kind of what I want the layout of the place to be, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back, and I've done just a little bit of planning here. I know right now it kind of looks like a mess, but I promise it'll all make sense in just a minute. Let me change my color here so that I can really show you guys what's going on. So I've added the white lines to just kind of show our borders of where we're working. So what's going on here is this section right here, or I guess this section just past the market, is going to be like the really upscale residential area where all of like the actual houses and apartments are. So this here, this section, this is a boardwalk with like little ships and everything, like little personal boats. And I've got little apartments here. Those are going to be like kind of smaller but very upscale, maybe like 2-story, condominium kind of things. These guys right here with the shaded rectangles behind them are going to be houses with lawns, either front lawn or a back lawn, but like much larger areas, like manors almost, I guess. I've got obviously a market square here with a couple of shops that go down this way, just kind of as like a like corner shops and like barber shops and things that kind of, and I'll probably have some going all directions, but that was just kind of my idea, my control there. Up north in the rural section here, obviously I've got this here. It's a windmill with like a little house off to the side of it and some crops right here. And then I don't know if you can read that. It says sporadic houses around. So like maybe like some shacks or things like that. But in rural areas, you don't really see a lot of houses. So this area here is going to be a lot of terraforming. And then the fishing village, you'll see I did practically no planning at all, because with a fishing village, I feel like those in real life, like especially if you look at like places in Ireland or just the UK in general, their fishing villages are just kind of whatever, it's just kind of go with the flow. You have maybe one guy pops up here, and then every now and then like somebody will just build things as they're needed, and then they kind of connect paths from there, and it's impossible to navigate. And that's kind of the feel that I wanted to go for with all of this, with the fishing village and stuff like that. And I feel like it'd be better planned out actually in the world instead of here in Photoshop. So this is my plan. It's probably not all going to get done this episode. In fact, I know it's not all going to get done this episode, but I feel like it's definitely a good starting point. All right, a few hours later, and I've started sketching things out a little bit here in our district here. So as you saw in the actual sketch and, kind of what I'm doing here, I have the windmill plans laid out and the house right next to it. And, over here is going to be like the marketplace and where the crops are going to be and our houses and our apartments and everything like that. So I'm going to start doing this kind of thing on stream. That's right. The day after this video comes out, Thursday, April the 10th, 2020, I'm going to be streaming on Twitch at twitch.tv/supergigglebot. You're all stuck at home. You have nothing else to do, so I expect to see you there. But in all seriousness, if you're interested in seeing my building style and you just want to like an unedited flow, just kind of vibe with me for a little while, I'm going to try and stream this as often as I can until it's done, because we do have a time limit on this competition, and I want to finish it as soon as possible. So I'm going to be streaming a lot more frequently, which is, as of now, none. I haven't streamed at all, so I'm going to be streaming a lot period, until this thing is done. So please join me over there, twitch.tv/supergigglebot. I'll leave a link down in the description, 7 p.m. EST. But yeah, I think that's all the time that I have for this episode today. So my friends, if you enjoyed it, then please kindly thank that like button down below. It works so hard. And if you really, really enjoyed it, then please subscribe to my channel. Both of those things make my circuit boards just feel so warm and fuzzy on the inside, and they really help me grow my channel. But until then, my friends, I'll see you next time.